I've just woken up and it is gone 5 a.m. in the morning. As you can see behind me, it's dark. And I've woke up with the realisation that I am doing this wrong. And what I've realised is that spending a full month in one place is not what I should be doing right now. My focus for the last 3 weeks has been about creating videos that people are searching for. And I enjoy creating those travel tip videos. I want to explore the world, I want to experience the world. The whole point of me quitting my job to travel was so that I could see the world, not stay in one place for a month. I have got 5 more months before I have to make a decision on what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Right now, I'm not sure what that decision will be. I'm really hoping that YouTube and creating videos and travel content is going to be my future. That is what I want to do for a living. I need to explore the world, I need to experience the world, I need to have these experiences, and I need to tell you a story. It was March 2015. I was 3 months into my 6-month round the world trip, and I decided that I wanted to take myself out of the comfort zone and visit somewhere that not that many tourists visit. So I discovered a place called Tuk Tuk, and this was on Lake Toba in Indonesia. Now, if you don't know this part of the world, Lake Toba is huge and it's situated on the caldera of a supervolcano. It's an absolutely breathtaking place. The scenery and landscape is incredible. I arrived in Medan International Airport and it was just completely chaotic. There was people all around me trying to pull me into their taxi, to book their hotel. It was just absolute bedlam. And right from that moment, I felt like I was out of the comfort zone. I arrived in my hotel, and the next morning I had to make a decision on what I was going to do. Was I going to stay in Medan, a city which, I could explore? Or was I going to really take myself out of that comfort zone and go to Tuk Tuk? It was midnight and I decided that I was going to try and find a taxi driver that's reliable that could take me to Tuk Tuk. So I went onto TripAdvisor and I found some people talking about a specific guy who took them to Tuk Tuk. So I contacted that guy. They left their website address. I contacted the guy. This was at midnight. I was travelling the next morning and leaving it till the last minute completely. And the next morning the guy arrived, spoke very little English to be honest. And then we got in the taxi and off we set off, an 8-hour journey. What I realised on this journey is that it was going to be a journey that I remember for the rest of my life. The guy was so nice, but he was an absolute ABBA fanatic. He was singing and dancing in his seat to Dancing Queen and all of the ABBA classics. It was hilarious. I just sat there thinking, oh my god. It was dodging cows in the road. There was absolutely crazy lorry drivers driving in the same lane as us, towards us. It was a crazy 8 hours. We got to the port because I had to board a boat to take me to the island, Samosir. And again, I was just bombarded with people offering to take me on their boats, but I used the official boat company. I bought a ticket, jumped on the boat, and then travelled to Tuk Tuk. I arrived at the hotel about 5 o'clock at night, and to be told that my room was booked. They didn't think that I was arriving. Don't know why, it was 5 o'clock, it wasn't late at night. But thankfully they upgraded me to a nicer room. I had amazing views overlooking Lake Toba and it was just incredible. The next morning I decided to wake up and have a walk around the village. I saw the local people living in their shacks, kids running around with very little clothing on. And the realisation hit home to me that I was the only English speaking person there. I did not see any English tourists in those few hours that I was exploring the village. As I was walking back to the hotel, a very attractive lady approached me and started speaking in Indonesian. I replied, "I'm sorry, I don't speak Indonesian." And her eyes lit up and she said to me, "You speak English?" I said, "Yes." She said, please come to my school and teach my pupils how to speak English." And I didn't even think about it. Within a second we were walking to the school and I arrived there. It was so small, this school, and the classroom was tiny. The plaster was coming off the walls and the kids were just so bright and energetic and friendly and welcoming. It was just an amazing experience, and for over an hour I stood in that classroom answering their questions. They asked me all of their questions in English about life in England, about why I was there and why I was travelling. And those kids had nothing. They didn't have their Xboxes or the PlayStations. They didn't even have a football. But those kids were the so nicest kids you could ever meet in your life. And that experience will be something that I remember forever. And I spoke to the teacher afterwards and I wanted to know more about her, why she could speak fairly good English. And she'd spent a lot of time in London as a youngster with her family, and she wanted the pupils to be global citizens and speak English. And I just have complete admiration for that lady and for those kids wanting to learn English. And as you can tell, it was something that really did change my life. I think the reason why it changed my life is because I'd spent so long living a life of wanting all of these materialistic items, the big widescreen TV, the Apple display, 27-inch display. These items cost thousands of pounds. I wanted £150, £200 trainers. I wanted all of these items. And it's like we're all trying to compete against each other. You're trying to compete against Mr. and Mrs. Smith next door and get a conservatory bill or a new car. But when you're retired and looking back at your life, you are not going to remember that car or conservatory or TV. What you're going to remember are the experiences of flying over Sydney in a helicopter or working with elephants in Chiang Mai in Thailand. Those experiences you are going to remember for the rest of your life. And as I said, the realisation has hit home that I'm going to spend the next 5 months just staying in one place. And yes, I'll be exploring that place, but I'm not having those experiences that I crave, that I want. I want to be at retirement age, 60s, 70s, and thinking back at all these experiences I've had. And it all needs to change. It needs to change. It needs to be different over these 5 months. I need to put all of my time and effort into creating videos and content that inspires people, motivates people, that's get people onto this channel. Yes, there's going to have to be videos that people are searching for, the travel tip videos, but I want to explore the world and I want to take you on that journey with me. Think about the future. Don't get stuck in a rut. Have goals in life and go out there and create travel experiences, because those experiences are going to be in here as memories for the rest of your life. And that is all I want to say for now. Take care and don't forget to explore.